Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between FoCuS versus, as I teach my daughter English, I have a little bit of a difficult time trying to start saying all of these Romanized names. Is it Sinai? Is it Sini? And all of that here, and I actually think it's going to be Sini, just because Sini sounds like Mandarin, which means like yes, you. So I'm just going to call him FoCuS versus Sini, as FoCuS has spawned as the Red Orc. Red Orc over here on Turtle Rock at what I'll call the 5 o'clock position. Meanwhile, on the other leg, not quite the opposite side, we are looking at Sini spawning as the Blue Night Elf. Opening up with Altar of Elders, Moonwell, Ancient of War in that forward position. So far, a very standard opening, nothing too out of the ordinary here. We're not going to be going into any crazy tavern shenanigans. Most likely just gonna be Blade Master or Farseer, or maybe even Shadow Hunter or Blade Master, coming out here, going up against most likely a Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove, of course, would be trained. Oh nope, Altar of Elders is actually training up a Demon Hunter. And it's going to be a Demon Hunter with some early archers, going back to that older school style of play. What's going on around here as well? We are seeing a Voodoo Lounge being placed down. And I will say this, I don't know what Blizzard did, but it's been quite a long time since I've had animation loading issues in WarCraft 3, where buildings and animations weren't loading properly. I don't know if that was fixed in a patch, but if it was, well, thank you very much. Some quality of life improvements after, well, from Warcraft 3 Reforged. Thank you. Um, but I don't want to get started on that train of thought just quite yet. We are looking at an Ancient of War absorbing a large amount of damage. Gonna go ahead and finish off a giant sea turtle here. There's a couple of turtles left, not quite sure. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and switch spots here as the Demon Hunter now already running down, and gonna perhaps try and get a mana burn off on that Blade Master. Demon Hunter gonna have a difficult time here. What is it doing? Gonna go ahead and go after that Ogre Magi, purposely trying to change its positioning. Not quite sure what's going on here, absorbing that little bit of extra damage. There is a peon down here as well, as this is going to become a little bit of an interesting spot here. The Blade Master is going to know where exactly that Demon Hunter is. Demon Hunter has already sold the Scroll of Town Portal, pick up Cloak of Shadows, and is now going after those other units. Demon Hunter, while absorbing down to 220 hit points, needs to retreat back, heal back up from those Moonwells, and then perhaps venture forth once more. 2 Moonwells currently in play. Gonna go ahead and get back up to full hit points. Dropping that Circlet of Nobility that he purchased from that Goblin Merchant's shop. Blade Master now looking to back up here. Well, where is he going to go next? Going healing after those grunts and picking up these, well, rather useful items. There's the Dust of Appearance. Blade Master could have been mana burned a little bit too far away. Are we going to see any damage go down on that Blade Master? No, we are not. Healing Salve charged has been preserved, as that Blade Master will continue to heal up. Nope. I take it back, taking a little bit of damage once more, being forced to use another Healing Salve charge there. We are taking the tier 2 from Sini. Meanwhile, FoCuS also doing the same thing as well, as we are, getting into the middle stage of this game. Tech to tier 2 at before the 4-minute mark, or even before the 3-minute mark, not out of the ordinary, just because the game really opens up at tier 2. You're able to do a lot more creeping, you're able to tech your second hero, and a lot of the units that you really want to go for are tier 2 units. Grunt, well, pops its head right in here for just a split moment. Are we going to see the Ogre Magi perhaps get a mana burn right there? Yes, picks up the rune, Watcher rune right there, and realizes, wait, the Blade Master is nowhere nearby. Meanwhile, Blade Master is all the way at the other end of the map. He does pick up a Ring of Protection +4, not the item that he was looking for, and now healing back up once more. Where are all of these units going to perhaps travel off to next, as the Demon Hunter going to drop and pick back up? It didn't drop that Pendant of Energy, which should have been an easy drop right there. We are only at Tree of Life still. No sign of a second hero as of yet, as the archers are looking to perhaps clear up some easy creep camps as well. Turtle Rock, a map with so many creeps all across the map, dropping those very, very powerful Blade Master items, circlets of nobility, gloves of haste, claws of attack +5, all very viable options from these ogre warriors in the corner. And well, it's long been considered a very powerful powerful orc map. Gloves of Haste now picked up there. Beastmaster has been trained up. Are we going old school Night Elf with Demon Hunter, Goblin, Beastmaster, followed by a Goblin Tinker? Pendant of Energy could easily be transferred over here to the Beastmaster, as well, the Demon Hunter very rarely ever needs 400 mana. Meanwhile, the Beastmaster often finds himself out of mana as well, as we're going to see him, transfer that, well, that Pendant of Energy right there, already up to 325. All right, Beastmaster now going to retreat back here. More Quill Beasts are going to be joining in on the battle. Perhaps going to try and take down this Forest Troll Warlord creep camp. Demon Hunter will try to get to level 3. Beastmaster should get to level 2 as things are getting underway right here. Quill Beast, the one absorbing the majority of that damage, going to try and get taken down here. A new Quill Beast should be placed down here in just a moment as the Forest Troll Warlord will get taken down. Meanwhile, Blade Master, perhaps hunting to see where his opponent is, has not been able to find him. Tauren Chieftain is out onto the battlefield. It has gone for Endurance Aura first, and is it going to try to be a little bit gung-ho and take down, yes, this Forest Troll Warlord creep camp as well? One Ancient of Wonders, Ancient of Winds coming into play as well. Are we going to be looking at Druids of the Talon? Is this really, truly old school WarCraft 3? And I mean old school like 2 years ago. But then again, dots have been a very, very common strategy for what seems like over a decade now. So those Druids of the Talon, could be that common strategy once more to try and shut down all of these units. All right, a lot of low hit point grunts here. Has to be very careful. Tauren Chieftain gets up to level 2. Lower hit point grunts need to back away. Is that grunt going to get taken down? Oh, whoa. Wow, that grunt down to 3 hit points. Staying ever so alive, and FoCuS with some great play, able to get up to level 2 on the Tauren Chieftain. I think any other weaker player would have ended up losing a grunt or 2 in that situation. Clearing out a red creep camp with just a level 1 hero and 3 grunts. Backing up here, Blade Master. Hawk is in the air. Well, Blade Master, does he get the final shot off on that Gargantuan Sea Turtle? I do believe so, but I believe, well, where is the consumable item? Wanda Mana Stealing on that Beastmaster. Ancient of War down to 122 hit points. It could easily get taken down as well. It might get shockwave and destroyed. No, a giant Sea Turtle Spit takes it down there. Grunts, Tauren Chieftain, Blade Master. Well, I'm going to go ahead and retreat back. Does FoCuS, well, after seeing the Fairy Dragons, not the Fairy, or Fairy Fire coming in from those Druids of the Talon, is he going to expect dots with all of that Cyclone? That is the question we have right now, as we are going into Tree of Eternity, and perhaps we're going to be seeing a Quill Beast, higher up a Goblin Tinker. Goblin Tinker it is, as the third hero. Where's that Tinker going? It is going off to the far side of the map. Goblin Tinker, well, very good at dealing damage to buildings, which we have seen in the past. Also, that workshop is extremely useful at just being able to zone out that Blade Master. Clockwork or Pocket Factory now down. This peon most likely will just get taken out right there, trying to retreat back as we're looking at more Gargantuan Sea Turtles getting finished off. Beastmaster with that Hawk, able to keep track and keep sight on that Blade Master, making sure that that Blade Master is not going to pop up out of nowhere and steal a bit of experience. Blade Master now with plus 21 damage. A crazy amount of damage already. Plus 21. Claws of Attack plus 12. And this is before Kodo Beast damage, remember. No Kodo Beast as of yet. Once we see a Kodo Beast, that Blade Master may be actually in the realm of plus 29 damage, which is going to be absolutely huge. Blade Master now coming back here. Are we going to see a mana burn? Hawk is in the air right there, but it doesn't give sight of that unit just quite yet. Goblin Tinker, where is it? Goblin Tinker now in that frontline spot, going to try and pull units back, but here we are. Blade Master, this could be a problem. Mana Burn going straight after. There's a Cyclone Shockwave, rips through, taking down one Druid of the Talon. Mana Burn onto the Tauren Chieftain, trying to stop that Shockwave. Meanwhile, Blade Master now trying to retreat back here. Damage going back across. There's another Mana Burn as well. across for the FoCuS, as the units are going to try and engage here, and the Druids of the Talon are actually just getting caught in transit. Blade Master is going to have a free run along the backside here, as we see level 4 now on that Blade Master. Demon Hunter, the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability just in time, continuing to fight as well. Is that Demon Hunter going to be able to retreat back? There's a mana burn, 6 seconds left. There you go, Scroll of Town Portal just in time once more, trying to finish off one Raider. Raider with Spirit Link was down to 1 hit point, as you see a 168 critical strike. Well, Clockwork Goblins being left behind here. A bunch of heals needing to be done. FoCuS coming out of that battle smelling like a rose, being able to force the Scroll of Town Portal while getting to level 4 on his Blade Master and taking down a couple of Druids of the Talon that still had a fair amount of mana. Meanwhile, we are looking at, well, Sini looking to shut down any expansion, trying to keep his opponent honest in terms of expansions, and we'll see if that is going to actually happen right there. Beastmaster could actually, no, I don't believe we'll get to, oh, no, does get to level 3 now with level 2 Quill Beasts. Level 2 Quill Beast, faster attacking Quill Beast, able to do a lot more damage. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, Blade Master, Tauren Chieftain clearing out the remainder of this red creep camp here, which is incredibly important, dropping some powerful items. It is going to be a Helm of Valor. Helm of Valor, an additional +5 agility. That Blade Master is already at +26 damage, almost dealing critical strike damage even before swing and actually proccing critical strike. We are still looking though, however, to try and get you see an Ancient of War being built next alongside a great haul here. We are now getting in some Druids of the Talon in the back, and now it is going to be going in for some engagement. What is this? We do not have fortified armor on those burrows. Burrows could get taken down very, very easily and quickly, and in comes the damage. There is that, well, zoning that I was talking about earlier, of being forced to take down that pocket factory right there. Demon Hunter still fighting away. Scroll of Healing, is it going to be used? Potion of Healing used right there, and still fighting away. Blade Master going after that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter needs that evasion a little bit more, as a Scroll of Healing used right there. Cyclone finally picking up, as a Tauren Chieftain gets a shockwave across many units there. All right, more fighting getting underway. Units going to try and back up here. Blade Master getting picked up into the air again. Mana burn onto the Tauren Chieftain, perhaps? No. Yes. No. Shockwave coming across here, as the units are still trying to fight their way through. 46 supply compared to 36. FoCuS is in trouble, taking a lot of losses here, as the Demon Hunter down to 51 hit points, 52 hit points. Staff of Teleportation gets him out of the battlefield, as the Goblin Tinker is, well, still placing down so many Clockwork Goblins. Beastmaster could be in trouble. Is he going to be able to Scroll of Town Portal? Yes, at 22 hit points. Finishes off the remainders here, and it looks as though this Voodoo Lounge could, well, is going to get taken down. Going to try and finish it off. No, does not finish it off. Peons are there for the repair. Beautiful game, beautiful ongoing battle right there. A great haul under a little bit of duress right now. I don't know why it uprooted, as it could have gotten more damage if it just stayed in rooted. Lost a little bit of attacking time, and now that great haul actually has armor. All right, gonna go ahead and get in position here. Meanwhile, units are gonna be transitioning over. It looks as though, what is this? Clarity Potion on the Beastmaster. Goblin, Tinker, Fairy, Dragon units are already moving back out. FoCuS down to 33 supply is in a bit of trouble, as he, FoCuS wants this expansion to go strong. Blade Master, Tauren Chieftain spotted out across over at the expansion, which is going to give time for Sini to get into position once again. With Sini in position here, this is going to become a bad and worse news, as the Quill Beast are now, after taking down this Voodoo Lounge, should be going after these Orc Burrows. Orc Burrows are going to drop like flies, as we know that they take bonus damage from that heavy armor. Because of that heavy armor. All right, units are going to get engaged here. Blade Master, Cyclone, Raiders going to try and engage once more. Fairy Dragons with that Mana Flare, trying to stop a lot of that Spirit Link from getting cast here, as the units are just trying to get engaged. The Shockwave rips through again. Demon Hunter, well, it looks like he got a mana burn off on that Tauren Chieftain. More damage going to come back across. Are we going to see another mana burn? Yes, we are. And the Demon Hunter solo shutting down 2 heroes. Scroll of Healing being used by the Demon Hunter again, down to 134 hit points. We need to see a Cyclone onto some of those units. Is the Demon Hunter going to fall? Yes, he will. Demon Hunter stabs himself in the chest. Meanwhile, we're looking at a couple of Raiders perhaps going to get taken down. Tauren Chieftain could be in trouble, down to 119 hit points as they are still trying to flee and retreat back once more. Blade Master, well, still dealing large amounts of damage here. 195 critical strike as the unit's trying to retreat back once more. No Kodo Beast right there as the Fairy Dragon, or Fairy Fires, revealing that Blade Master all across the map. Old school strategy by Night Elf. Yes, indeed. Tauren Chieftain picking up a Scroll of Healing. Blade Master, well, trying to figure out what it can do to get back into this game. And this is going to be key right now. This expansion by FoCuS is absolutely key. Demon Hunter was not staffed of Preservation earlier. Beastmaster just shy of 4, and Goblin Tinker just shy of 3. This is huge right here. If this actually clears up a bit of damage, thank you for the subscription. If this clears up a bit of damage, yes, the Beastmaster could get up to level 4 here. Demon Hunter shows up to the party. What is going on? He's going to try and finish off some of those units as the Demon or the Beastmaster could get forced to, well, use the Scroll of Town Portal. There is a mana burn. Beastmaster is in a little bit of trouble. What is going on? The Raiders are actually just running up against all of these units here. Beastmaster down to 194 hit points. Critical strike, 92 hit points. No, Windwalk strike, forcing the retreat once more. 44 supply compared to 37 as the Clockwork Goblins will dealing large amounts of damage to the Great Hall here, but not going to be able to finish it off even with that explosive death. All right, thank you. Was just finishing a YouTube video. Well, thank you for joining me live. Wouldn't give my thank you. Subscription is definitely helping me out, pay the bills. Internet to try and upload like about 8 gigabytes every day I cast. You can imagine that I need fast internet to be able to then move on to school for my kids and all of their Zoom meetings. Anyways, coming back across here, Pocket Factory, looks like they're going to be able to finish off here, but they're going to be exposed in the back once more. Blade Master finishing off an Archer easily, 42 supply compared to 50, as we're looking at the, Blade Master, getting in a lot of easy damage to finish off an Archer, trading a lot of damage, though, as that Blade Master now looks to back up. Fairy Dragon, Cyclone coming back across here, 1 ensnare going down, 2 ensnares, two Druids, or 1 Druid of the Talon. Is it going to get finished off here? No, that Druid of the Talon somehow still alive. Going to go ahead and squeak back once more. It is down to 6 hit points, and wow, he has got to be the luckiest Druid of the Talon that I have seen in quite some time. All right, Pocket Factory has finished the job, keeping FoCuS at 1 base. FoCuS has lost or canceled many great halls so far, which is just not good news for him. Thunderhawk is in the air. Will be able to get in some attacks. There are no grunts that I see. Shockwave whipping through here. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Blade Master not going to come in and try and engage here. Tauren Chieftain may try and go for another Shockwave, but really nothing to hit as Cyclone now picks up units. Blade Master going to engage here. Demon Hunter down to 129 hit points. Staff of Preservation saves him, but all of the Night Elf units are also very low. 40 supply compared to 43. All of a sudden, FoCuS has a supply advantage, and it may be able to come out ahead as the Tinker gets taken down as well. Beastmaster unable to save the Tinker in addition to saving that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter doesn't have a staff of teleportation to get back into this fight, meaning that he has to run all the way back in to get anywhere. Beastmaster is going to end up falling, and well, Sini, who was doing such a great job throughout this match, all of a sudden, well, falling on the back foot and absolutely getting pummeled in that battle. All right, there goes another bit of damage. We're looking at the Blade Master Fairy Dragon, or Fairy Fire, keep on saying Fairy Dragon, Fairy Fire, able to reveal as the Beastmaster is resurrected. 170 or 37 supply compared to 43 now, being forced to resurrect back the other way. Are we going to see a Spirit Walker? Well, get Cyclone, but he is just up in the air for so long. Well, I guess it's not that long. All right, gets taken down. I thought he would have been up in the air much longer than that, as the Blade Master is still back here. All right, a little bit more damage. Demon Hunter could have a problem. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Blade Master sitting at level 5, almost at level 6. The Raiders are getting taken down. Thank you for the sub again. Demon Hunter going to be in trouble, down to 154 hit points. Is it going to get Staff of Preservation out? Cyclone for the save. Staff of Preservation for the save right there, as the Raiders are going to end up getting taken down too. All right, Raiders are going after those Druids of the Talon. However, well, taking bonus damage from those Raiders and getting stopped in those tracks by that very, very same unit. Blade Master now up to level 6. we do have Blade Storm as a possibility
Ready to ride.
to just dive on into a spot and deal bonus damage again. No expansion here, no matter what the mini map says, as the main gold mines have about, well, 90
We're under
seconds of
attack.
mining left. All right, Goblin Tinker just now getting resurrected. Moonwell is going to try and heal. 34 supply compared to
The spirits of the
37.
earth
And,
guide
well, Moonstones are going to be incredibly important now. Potion of Healing on that Demon Hunter. And really, the story of this game has been the lack of the ability, the Demon Hunter's lack of
you. Ready to
survivability.
ride.
Really not able to deal all, or not really able to stay alive for very long. And that's been the problem. Meanwhile, we are looking at the Goblin Tinker getting resurrected here. This is buying time for FoCuS, but what is FoCuS really going to do with this time here? He's just mining his gold, mining his own business, and hoping that the Night Elf doesn't get too much of a home field advantage now.
The
All right,
spirits of
we
the
are
earth
in
guide.
daybreak, regardless of what that little icon says off to the north. Those moonwells are not getting full at all. And, well, I actually think it would be better if somehow Sini was able to stay close to home, get experience, and not take too much damage. He wants Nightfall. He wants to have those Moonwells actually play a bit in the game. Also, if this game goes long, it will benefit him since he's going to be able to do mining a little bit easier since he can just uproot his Tree of Eternity that does have Nature's Blessing. Beastmaster now at level 5. It is level 3 Quill Beasts. A
Our
little more
gold mine
damage
has
being brought
collapsed.
into the fight as well. Meanwhile, though, the Blade Master down to the south and the Tauren Chieftain, well, getting close to 6-2. Yeah, all those units poisoned here, taking a little bit of damage over time. All right, it is in fact nightfall here. The Moonwells are in fact getting a little bit of moon juice. They are not filling up all that quickly though, so that is something to note. Druids of Battalion, we're looking at a 42 supply army compared to 43. Do we uproot the ancients in the battle to, well, make it even more difficult? We need some sort of front line position, as the peons of FoCuS are now doing that walk of
We're under
shame in
attack.
order to get just a little bit more gold. Meanwhile, a Quill Beast easily going to get taken down here. A little bit of damage done, but, well, 57 experience more for that unit here. Blade Master, Blade Storm right there. How much damage? I believe that was one Druid of the Talent, and beautiful, beautiful use of that Druid form. Scroll of Healing. Goblin Tinker could be in trouble, trying to finish off some more units again. Tauren Chieftain, well, trying to get in some damage here. Goblin Tinker still alive. Going into Druid form was a brilliant, brilliant way to dodge that bit of damage. Meanwhile, the Beastmaster that found 500 hit points. Tauren Chieftain could get taken down. Tauren Chieftain down to 54 hit points, down to 4. Tauren Chieftain now down. Beastmaster could get lost. No, Beastmaster able to escape at 29 hit points. What is going on here as the Blade Master is up in the air? You sneeze on that Beastmaster. I need a rewind button. Okay, first Sydney won, FoCuS lost. Beastmaster was down to 20 hit points. Tauren Chieftain fell. Blade Master's Blade Storm was dodged by Druid of the Talon's Crow form. Like, Raiders were gonna get lost. Cooldown on the Blade Master, no more mana, so Windwalk Strike would not be useful. Goblin Tinker looked like I thought was also in the red, orange or red. Yeah, I will have to check that later. That is just absolutely a strange fight coming down to the very, very end. Great game though. I lost control of the camera for like 3 seconds. Blade Storm, Crow Form, dodge, fight. Tauren Chieftain got double mana burned, Shockwave. So much happened in those final 20 seconds, and it really just felt like FoCuS lost control for a split second. giving giving Sini the advantage right there, and that win. I wouldn't say it was a throw. I would say it was incredibly close. A throw would mean that FoCuS made mistakes. I think Sini just actually played that last fight better. Um, Up against the trees, being able to engage. It would have been hilarious if the Druids of the Talon actually uprooted and then, or not uprooted, flew and then landed amongst the trees so that they were able to attack from within the trees with their range. I don't know if the range is actually that far enough to do that. While the raiders wouldn't be able to get to them, leaving the demon hunter, the beastmaster, and the goblin tinker to themselves. That would have been interesting to see. But yeah, no, that was an absolute great battle right there. And well, stay tuned for more Warcraft 3.